Hello. Oh man, I knew one of these videos would be coming my way at some point, but do you remember this video?
I love it. I never want to leave it. No, Hi5 Studios.
Well, baby girl, hate to tell you, but it's time. I I was going to say all jokes aside, but then I was going to make a joke and I don't really know how that works. But I feel like it would be silly of me to not acknowledge all of the videos like this that have come before me. I obviously knew there was going to be a time where it came time for my journey with Hi5 Studios / Spellbound to come to an end. And here we are. And I do feel myself getting emotional, and that's okay. First and foremost, let's lay some ground rules here. What are we not gonna do? Be dramatic. What else aren't we gonna do? Blame other people. What's the third thing we're not gonna do? Conspire in the comments about what you think the real reasons are. Listen, I've seen enough of these conversations and these moments happen on the internet. I don't need that here. Let me tell you what's going on. Yes, I have been laid off, and that is okay. I actually need to emphasize, I'm going to get a little closer just so I can make this point more known. It is actually so okay because I cannot emphasize enough how divine this moment feels. In divine, I mean like divinely designed. Guys, the night before I was let go, I was journaling about how I didn't feel like what my current job was aligned with me anymore. I was really scared to take the step of quitting because I didn't know what that was going to lead to for me. I was truly journaling in my unicorn journal. I was playing out a conversation between me and Matthias, saying like, this is just all the stuff I want to surface and I don't really know what it means. I kid you not, the next day I walk in to work and we have a conversation. And the conversation went great. Again, an additional thing we're not going to do is blame Matthias for anything. Again, just can't express how cosmic this feels. Okay, I moved us into an office because I didn't want to squat while I was talking for as long as I tend to talk for. It's one of those things where it's like company business is not my business to share. I know that a lot of you have had so many questions about what is happening with Spellbound, what has been happening for the last year or so. I've just never felt comfortable commenting on that because not my company. And also, I'm sure a lot of you are even shocked to hear me say that I was still working with Matthias and Spellbound over this last year. Because yeah, we really haven't put out much. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes and a lot of projects have been being worked on behind the scenes. It's not like there hasn't been anything in motion. Just I don't think a lot has been put out there for you yet. I say yet because I really, really hope, there's one main project that Matt's working on that, Matt, I hope you don't mind me saying this. I just really, 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 really hope he continues through on because I think it's really cool. I don't see anyone doing anything like this at this caliber in the YouTube or social media space right now. So I really want him to do it because then I can share it and you guys can come back to this video and be like, oh, that's what she was talking about. But just to go back to where my heart has been, I have loved this company. I've loved working with this company. I have adored working with Matt. Matt has been a mentor to me in the truest sense. I've worked here for 8 years, guys. What? Today is my official last day, and so here I am wearing my Battle Universe shirt. If you were like, hey, Samantha, you said you were laid off. How are you in the building right now? Today is my official last day. I have worked here since I was 17 years old. I am now 25. That's crazy. I have so much gratitude for this company, for Matthias specifically, for everyone that I've worked with. It's actually kind of crazy, and I don't know if it's really going to hit me for a while. if I'm being so honest. My job, I worked my way from being on-camera talent to being a producer, to being a supervising producer, I think that's what we called me, and then production manager. And then I was the production manager for a while and, took on more more people, more, what's the word? I almost said dependents, but that's what you use for your taxes. It's supervisor and literally couldn't tell you. My brain's kind of mushy today. I was the production manager for a little bit, and then we literally just landed on studio manager because it got to a certain point where I was like, well, I can't own the company and I'm not going to be COO. Like, I'm not like, so what do we do? Where do we go from here? And so we came up with the title studio manager because, sorry. I'm also getting sick, which is reality is probably just my body like shutting down / reacting to some level of stress and change, but I'm going to be okay, I promise. That was me telling myself that. Being the studio manager was great, and it wasn't necessarily like the most creatively fulfilling job. I mean, I was managing the building, I was managing the team of people, I was doing a lot of operational side of things. I still enjoyed doing that. That shift, it became more of like a job to me. And I had a lot of conversations about this with Matt, and I, felt fine. And I started putting a lot more of my time and energy into my own personal creative efforts, like writing. I have nightstand notes out. I have notes from a breakup out. I've started slowly but surely uploading on this channel again. A lot of those things have been creative pursuits that, have come out of a time where my job isn't necessarily the most creative anymore. And so that felt like a fine transition for me. I was like, okay, it's a job now, and it's a job I'm so incredibly grateful for, but like it's just a job. And then a lot of different transitions started to happen. We got rid of the studio space. This is the last studio space that we have right now, and we are trying to get rid of it. We, moved to a completely different setup, and I guess, okay, well, yeah, there's some stuff I can't talk about here just because it's like project stuff. But yeah, I just, my workload started to be more of stuff that I was just like, oh, okay, I know that I'm not wanting to do this, and I understand this isn't me just being like ungrateful. Like, I understand that sometimes you just got to roll your sleeves up and do the work. But I started to feel like, okay, I think I want something else. And that felt very scary because, again, like I said, I've been here for 8 years and I love working with Matt. I genuinely love working with Matt. And so I was like, okay, I don't know what to do about this. And I knew that I was thinking about like, okay, like, if I quit, when do I quit? And what does that look like? I don't know, because like, I like to have plans lined up. And so honestly, the last month was pretty uncomfortable for me because I knew what I was feeling. I knew that it was time. I knew that it was time for me to like find what my next path was. And also, guys, I've been doing a lot of yapping about what I want and the content I want to make and the career change that I want, but I haven't been doing a lot of action. I will say there have been some pretty incredible opportunities that have come to me just through saying what I want out loud, which I, again, cannot recommend enough. I mean, even on this channel, the interview I did with Jason Schmidt from Broadway's The Outsiders on this channel was honestly a kind of pivotal point for me in realizing, hey, that's something I would want to do, and then asking for it and getting it. I was like, oh, this can happen. I can just look around and like ask for opportunities that I want, and if I ask for them, I might get them. Wow. So for the last month, I've been like trying to live more in that energy, and I've had a lot of great opportunities that I'm really excited about. But it's a very naturally uncomfortable thing when you realize what you want and then you look at where you are now and like it's not fully in alignment. It was starting to align but wasn't fully there. So again, bringing us back to the night before, this was just so crazy because yeah, it was a Monday night. I truly had like a 24-hour panic attack because I could just feel, I don't know how to describe it. I really don't. I could just feel that there was like a change coming. And I was trying to decide whether I needed to surface my thoughts and feelings to Matt first, whether I just needed to quit and not have a backup plan. I was just trying to figure out what to do. And so I journaled in my unicorn diary. And again, like I said, I just played out a hypothetical conversation and then cut to meeting up with Matt for work the next day. He asked to sit down and have a conversation, and we have the conversation, and I kind of felt bad because I felt like I just cut him off immediately and was like, wait, you actually don't understand how perfect this is, because I was just a little overwhelmed by the timing of it all. I was like, this actually doesn't come as a surprise. I need you to know I was kind of journaling about this last night. No hard feelings, no malice. I understand. I guess I'll say this much in terms to letting you in on why being laid off makes sense. I'm not needed anymore. Where the company is right now and what the plans are, it's pretty, what's the word? I don't want to say small scale, but I guess the operation can be pretty small scale. So I'm just truly not needed anymore. And that feels okay with me. And again, I'll say to you what I said to Matt. I have absolutely no malice towards him. If anything, just this feels like the push in the right direction that I needed. And I'm kind of excited. Obviously, it's incredibly bittersweet. I wrote Matt a letter. Everything that I've already said, it's kind of insane. Even today, one of the reasons I wanted to just sit down and record some of my thoughts was just to help me remember how I feel at this moment, because I'm kind of still in shock. This is where I met Matt for the first time. When I came in for Battle Universe, I walked in the back door. I interrupted a company meeting because I like to be early. And then I came out of, oh my God, here, wait. I was put in either that office or that office. I gotta be honest, I don't fully remember. I was put in one of those offices and I waited until they were done. And then I came out and I was like, hey guys, they were all sitting at a little table over here. I was like, I'm Samantha. And then this is where I filmed my very first Battle Universe video. It's crazy. I can feel it. I don't know what that means to you, but I can picture all the turf. I can picture what the setup was. I can picture me up on that stupid little stand up here doing my nervous little I'm a princess wave. I was so nervous. But I know exactly what it used to look like. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. This space has been many things. Just so wild. Battle Universe, wow. Never forget. Never forget. And then what made me feel really cool is once I proved myself on Battle Universe, I got to make an appearance on Dope or Nope. Wow. It's so funny. I'm kidding. I'm so sentimental. It's crazy because I'm just looking around in here. I'm going to come pick you up and show you. The room is obviously so different because nothing happens in here anymore. You guys know that. You know that view well. That's where the couch was. This is where the desk was. I remember being so excited and nervous for my first hot seat appearance because I was like, wow, this feels big. I was like, I feel like they must think I'm funny or something, right? If I'm here in the hot seat, this is really my time to shine. And those first few videos with Matt just feel like a lifetime ago. It's really wild. When I first joined Hi5 Studios, I was not aware of Hi5 Studios. I didn't know who Matt was. I really had no frame of reference for the reach of Hi5 Studios. Battle Universe, I started to get recognized for maybe a year or so in. But when I made my first Dope or Nope appearance, that's when I was like, oh, people watch Dope or Nope. Because one of my brother's best friends back in Tennessee, brought it up to him, was like, oh my gosh, I just saw your sister in a Matthias video. I remember that being oh, people, okay, yeah. This room is also so dusty. Loved this time. What a small set, too. Sorry, I'm also just standing in this office now and I'm like, wow, so much happened in this room and it's actually such a tiny room. The desk times, the couch times, all good stuff, all good memories. I don't have access to the other spaces anymore. Otherwise, this would be like a much longer video filled with me like walking around and like looking at all the sentimental spots. Well, I guess technically there's one more I could go to. Wait, there is one. Okay, so I don't have the key that gets me up there anymore, and so I'm definitely not going to do that. But the ladder, the roof. Remember all the times out here? Project 863. Totally trendy. Remember that fever dream?
Drop it. Oh no, what happened? Okay, I got it.
Okay, get it. Split ends.
Did it happen in the fairy tale? You ripped my hair, dude. Was this expensive? Kinda.
This is crazy, man. I feel like I feel like it's not going to hit me for like a week, maybe. I mean, again, I've been employed for 8 years. Like, I don't actually feel like I know what like a day off feels like. I'm gonna go to the grocery store at like 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. This definitely feels like the end of an era. And we've had a lot of ends to this era. You know, I feel like as all of us who have ever worked with this company have kind of gone on and done our own things, each time it kind of feels like, well, that was the end of that era. Okay, well, now that was the end of that era. Well, no, that was the end of that era. So yeah, now I find myself at the end of my own era with Hi5 Studios. Thank you for all of your continued love and support. You hear me say that a lot, but I actually mean it. I am so grateful that my job here has given me an audience, has given me a platform. And I am so grateful that like you've all been kind enough to stick around for 8 years. Whether you stick around for everything I post or not, I don't really care. But just the fact that like you have been here for this long is incredible. I don't know. I mean, the Project 863 era is something that I feel like I have to like process completely separately. Like, I don't know. I mean, just all the different eras of me joining with Battle Universe and then just being talent for all the channels at the studio. And then Matt giving me the opportunity for Totally Trendy. I don't know that I talk about that enough because genuinely that moment was one of the like formative foundations for my creative identity. I was just talent at the studio. And then Matt pulled me aside and was like, hey, I think you have more to give than just being talent. Like, I watch you on shoot days. I watch the ideas that you throw out. Like, I feel like you have more to contribute than just being in the videos. So I want to make you a producer. I want to give you the opportunity to run your own channel. We can figure out what it's going to be, what it's going to look like, but I want to give you that opportunity. And I just remember feeling so overwhelmed by the fact that someone just took the time to give me that opportunity. And Matt has continuously, time and time again, only given me opportunities to grow and just work on my creative self, and then also just my, just my own sense of self too. So going through Totally Trendy and then going from Totally Trendy to working directly with Matt, you know, having him as my mentor, starting up Project 863. Like starting Project 863 with Matt was one of the most fun seasons I feel that like I've had in this job. It just felt so fun to be like on the ground floor of something like that. And then to get to build that with a team and to get to build the team and to get to test my own strengths and weaknesses with managing a team, to scale up Project 863, to like all the stuff that we were doing with that, I'm still so proud of. Fundamentally, I still understand why like the way we were doing it didn't work for the platform that it was on and everything. So, you know, just feels right to mention that like I still understand why it ended. Going from that to the transition through Dope or Nope in all its varied seasons, and then just to still working with Matt and being his number two. Being Matt's right-hand man for the last few years has just felt so crazy in a good way. I mean, it's definitely been just like a learning experience of like learning to identify my own skill set and like learning how to apply that. I'm just kind of rambling up here now, so I'm gonna get down. Oh, scary, scary, scary steps, scary steps, scary steps. I'm on the scary steps, and it's scary, but not if I sing. Woo, okay, I made it. Wait. I'm literally running back because I'm realizing that this is going to be one of the last times I have to like sing in this acoustic space. You guys have never seen me do this. And also, like, I'm fully sick right now, so I don't really want to do this, but I have to because Dad, heart don't. What should I do? Once Upon a December, Journey to the Past. Okay. Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear. I almost started crying there. Literally, heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. I'm screaming. Oh, you guys. What a little trip down memory lane. It's crazy. Like, I feel like I just keep wanting to talk to this video because, like, once I'm done, I just got covered in chills. Oh, man. Once I'm done, like, I leave this building. Oh, I'm gonna cry now. Now it's coming. I promise I'm fine. See, I'm such a like sentimental, like physical space person that like, yeah, I think that just did it. I think like, leaving this space is really making this all feel like a reality to me. And in a lot of ways, kind of finally making me realize that like all the other chapters are done that came before this chapter. No, I can't go to Matt's house with tear stains on my face. No, I didn't want to cry. But it is important to let yourself feel what you're feeling. And what I'm feeling is an overwhelming sense of gratitude for my history at this company. And again, for you guys for being here, for anyone that's ever followed me since Battle Universe or, at any other stop along the way. I'm just genuinely so, so grateful. And I'm excited for what's to come next. I'm saying excited instead of scared. And that's a conscious choice that I'm making because I know that everything works out in the end. And I know that this is a very important step for my career journey. And so I'm excited for that. And so thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on this video, even being interested in what was gonna be said here. Thank you so much for your support. There's probably never a better time to ask for you to subscribe than when I'm crying. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, I mean it. I will have a lot more time to upload videos now, so please subscribe to my channel. I can't wipe away the tear because then it'll mess up my makeup. I love you. Thank you for being here. I guess that's it. No, I literally don't. I can feel myself not wanting to end it because then it's just like time to go. Crazy. Okay, well, I'm gonna have some private moments for myself. And I will see you soon. I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye. I knew I was gonna cry. I literally knew it.